All right, so today we're diving into the wonderful story of a young girl named Toto-chan. And listen, this is way more than just a children's story. It's really this incredible journey right into the heart of what curiosity is all about. It shows us how the perfect environment can completely flip the script on learning, turning it from something you have to do into, well, life's greatest adventure.
Now, this line, it's actually from the end of her story. But we're kicking things off with it because, it's the destination. It's the big takeaway. So the real question is, how on earth does a little girl get to this incredible understanding about learning? Well, to figure that out, we've got to rewind and go right back to the beginning.
So, let's meet our main character, Toto-chan. Picture this. She's a kid who is just overflowing with curiosity and energy. I mean, so much so that her regular old-school school, well, it just can't handle her. She's desperate for a way to learn that's, not so ordinary.
I mean, you can just feel the passion in those words, right? This isn't just a kid saying, I want to go to school. No, this is something deeper. It's this powerful built-in need to discover things. And that drive, that hunger for knowledge is what really kicks off her amazing journey.
And boom, right there, we see the main problem. Her mom's warning, as gentle as it is, really spells it out. You've got Toto-chan's free spirit on one side and the super rigid structure of a typical school on the other. It's a question I think a lot of us have thought about, right? How can a really curious, creative mind actually do well when it's stuck inside a box?
But then, this happens. This simple invitation changes everything. And the wording here is so important. Think about it. He doesn't say, come in, I'm going to teach you stuff. He says, let's see what we can learn. That we is huge. It's not a lecture, it's a partnership, a shared adventure. And that right there is the start of a completely new chapter for Toto-chan.
So this new school, it wasn't just a little bit different. Its whole philosophy was on another level. It wasn't built to make kids follow rules. It was built to spark their curiosity. So how they actually pull that off? Let's take a look.
Okay, you can really see the difference here, can't you? It's crystal clear. On one hand, you've got the old way, all about strict rules, just memorizing facts, and everyone fitting into the same mold. But Toto-chan's school, totally different. It was all about sparking curiosity, getting real-world experience, and helping each kid grow in their own way. The point wasn't to churn out identical students. It was to help unique people blossom.
So how did they actually make this happen? Well, the very first thing they did was blow up the whole idea of a classroom. For Toto-chan and her classmates, learning definitely wasn't something that just happened inside four walls.
The school basically asked this huge question every single day. Is knowledge something you only find in books, or is it something you discover out in the real world? And Toto-chan's story gives us a pretty powerful answer to that. For her, the real classrooms were literally everywhere she looked. The garden, that was her biology class, where she'd watch flowers grow. The forest became a lesson in ecology. Even the playground was a place to learn crucial social skills. The whole world was her textbook. And this gets us to the absolute heart of the school's whole approach, learning by doing. It wasn't about sitting still and listening. Kids were pushed to jump in, to experiment, and to get their hands dirty.
So they had this really cool, simple three-step process. Step 1, observe. Just look closely at things, whether it's nature, a science experiment, or a piece of art. Step 2, experience. Actually get in there and do it yourself. And step 3, share your findings. Talk to your friends about what you learned. This simple loop completely changed the game, turning passive listening into active learning that really sticks with you.
And holding this whole thing together was just constant encouragement. There's this one moment during a flower drawing project where the teacher says something so important. He basically tells them there's no right or wrong way to draw. It was all about expressing yourself and valuing everyone's unique point of view. And that philosophy is absolutely key because it builds confidence instead of a fear of messing up.
So you take all of this, the amazing teacher, the classrooms that weren't really rooms at all, the freedom to try things out, and it all leads Toto-chan to this huge aha moment about what learning really is. And this is the new definition of learning that Toto-chan figures out. It's not just one thing. It's everything. What you get from books, from playing games, from your friends, from nature, from every single experience. When you see it like that, learning isn't a chore. It's what makes life joyful and exciting.
And really, that's the biggest takeaway here. For Toto-chan, learning stopped being something that only happened between the school bells. It became this constant, happy part of her life, where every single moment was a chance to discover something new.
So, Toto-chan's story leaves us with a really important question to think about. After seeing learning through her eyes, as this incredible adventure that's all about curiosity instead of rules, it kind of makes you stop and ask yourself, in my own life, what does learning really mean to me?